Hello and welcome. My name is Katie of Nova Yoga. Today's class will be a little bit more of an advanced, hour-long, focused on mobilizing, opening the shoulders, but also strengthening them. We'll be doing some inversions, possibly working up to shoulder stand. But I will definitely give modifications if inversions are not in your practice today. As far as props, I recommend wall space if you're going to do those inversions, and as well for some shoulder openers, we'll use the wall. Blocks, there are some poses on the knees, so especially if you're on hard flooring, I recommend a folded up blanket or some sort of padding for the knees and possibly a strap. And then not required, but sometimes fun, if you'd like to pick an essential oil, take a moment. If you have a variety, check in with which one is calling to you today. Maybe something energizing or uplifting like lemon, lemongrass, peppermint, or if you're needing something more rooting and grounding, something like cinnamon, sandalwood. All of those are great options. So I'm going to pick mine as well. Today I'm feeling pretty perky and energetic, so I'm going to do lemon. I use doTERRA lemon, great brand. It smells really citrusy and refreshing. So you can just place a few dabs on your inner wrist. I like to put some on my bra. If I put it on the shirt, I find that it you can see the spot where the oil was applied. But then this way, if I'm in a forward fold or child's pose or something, I get that scent each time I inhale. Taking a couple breaths, letting that oil and its intended purpose suffuse through your area. You can leave it nearby at any point if you want to apply it again. It's great to put on props or even on your mat. All right. And today we will start in child's pose. Knees out to the edge of your mat, sinking the hips back over the knees, and then walk the arms forward, resting forehead on the ground or on a block. Slow your breathing. Relax the jaw. Feel your upper back hammocking down towards the earth, breastbone down towards the ground. Our intent today is to mobilize and strengthen the shoulders. Do this now by taking a breath into the back of your ribs under the shoulder blades. And exhale. 2 more rounds. Try to lift the back ribs up. Feel Feel armpits sink down on exhale. And then take some jaw circles in your child's pose. You are at home, so no one should be there judging you. But I even love to make silly faces when I'm in the studio, in a class with others. Because nobody can see you doing silly things with your lips and your jaw. Breathe into the shoulders to seal in that intent. Taking a whiff of that essential oil. And then we'll slowly come forward to all fours. Coming up into cat-cow. Shoulders directly under the wrist. Spread your fingers apart, center of the palm into the mat. And first, let's just take a few exploratory movements, kind of like baby cows and baby cats. Checking in on what's tight, especially in the upper back. Naturally, you may find yourself holding in the position that feels the most releasing. For me, it's almost always cat. Just going with your own pace, fingers stay spread apart. Cow, inhale, belly drops, back arches, and you look forward. And exhale, chin to chest. Reach up with your spine right between the shoulder blades. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Do two more. On your cat, feel your rhomboid muscles, the muscles right in between the shoulder blades, lengthening out to the sides. Come back to neutral. Thread the needle. Clear off the space to either side of you. Let's do the left side first. Inhale, left arm up, opening chest to the left. And then exhale, send that arm behind the right elbow. I like to lower onto right forearm until the side of your head and left shoulder rest on the earth. Soften eyes and mouth. Enjoy the twist for the upper back, thoracic spine. One more breath. Press up, create a little space to pull your left arm out from under. Some people like to reach back up. I don't really like that, but you're welcome to if you do. Reset, left hand under shoulder, right side. Inhale, right arm tall. Activate through the fingers. And then exhale, thread it under. This is a great pose if you suffer from headaches or tend to slouch at the desk. It can really tighten up our shoulders that are rounding forward. Let your fingers uncurl and your face relax. One more deep breath. And gently unwind, unthreading the needle. Kneeling chest opener. If you would also like to get a little toe stretch, you can tuck the toes under. That can be quite intense, so you don't have to do it the whole time or at all. You can also come up to a high kneeling position. Chest opener. Interlock the hands behind. Pull the shoulder blades to meet behind you, and be mindful if your ribs thrust out and your tailbone arches. Keep that tucked under and pull the bottom ribs in while you open the front of the chest. Kind of a push and play as you breathe. If it becomes too much for the toes, you can come up and uncurl them. And release. Shake out the shoulders, crossing the arms. Feel the difference already in your upper chest area, upper back. Let's come down to kneeling. If this is uncomfortable for your ankles, you can sit on a block or come to a cross-legged seated position. I'm just going to take a moment to do some intentional breathing, also known as Pranayama in Sanskrit. So for today's progressive intentional breathing, first start out just by taking a couple normal breaths. Now for the next two, notice where in your body the breath is reaching. Is it more in the shoulders? Are you able to get it lower down into the diaphragm? Belly breathing. Place one or two hands on low belly around the belly button. Inhale. See if you can balloon the belly beneath your hand. Exhale. Relax belly. Inhale. Exhale. Side ribs. Place your hands on the sides of your ribs like you're Peter Pan. And then inhale, see if you can spread the ribs out to the sides. Let's try. Try to keep shoulders relaxed down. Focus on the ribs expanding to the sides. Last one. Top ribs, collarbones. Place hands lightly on your collarbones. Move my mic so I'm not bumping it. And now see if you can breathe into the upper ribs. You might also feel the sternum reaching up. 2 more breaths. Relax hips down into block. Soften jaw. Inhale. Exhale. Notice the power when you focus on sending your breath into these specific areas, automatically makes you more aware of them. All right. Let's move into some abdominals. I like to do them at the beginning of class because number one, it warms up the core to support us in any balancing, twisting, lunging poses we may do moving forward. And number two, it gets abs out of the way so then you can just enjoy the rest of class without worrying about them sneaking up on you at the end. For these abdominals, come to lie on your back. Well, actually watch me first for a couple options before you're lying down. So option one is called easy elbow to knee. Feet will stay on the floor, interlocking hands behind the head. We'll lift up our chest and shoulders off the ground, and then twist the elbows towards one side and lift that same foot off the floor, creating a 90-degree angle. And then come back to center, lower that foot down, lift up a little higher, twist slightly, lift the opposite foot, and pull your low belly down. This is the first level version. If you want to take it higher or more intense, you would lift both legs into tabletop. Inhale, raise chest up, twist and extend one leg. You can also have feet against the wall. I'm going to do the first level. You can try one and switch throughout, but come down onto your back into a bridge position and join me now. Interlock hands, creating a basket behind the base of your skull, and then feel the weight of your head rest in your hands so your neck muscles aren't having to hold your head up. If you're doing the more advanced version, lift the feet up into tabletop. If you're doing the other version, feet on the floor. Inhale, lift your chest and shoulders off the ground. Pause breath, elbows to the right. Lift right leg up or extend left leg if you're in the advanced position. Feel for sucking down your low belly, pressing low back into the ground. Lower that foot. From here on out, I'm going to cue my version. If your feet are up, when I say raise a foot, just extend the opposite foot out. So you're kind of doing a slow, mindful bicycle. Lift head and shoulders up. Pause breath, elbows to the left. Lift left foot up. Pull low belly down. Relax chin. Center lower foot. Inhale, lift up. Pause breath, elbows to the right. Lift right foot up. Pull low belly down. Reset. Inhale. Elbows to the left. Lift left foot up. Pull low belly down. Center, lower foot. We've got 3 more on each side. Inhale, lift up. Lift the right foot, pull low belly down. Lower the foot. Lift a little higher. Pause, breath, elbows to the left. Lift left foot up, pull low belly down. Lower foot. Reset. Inhale. Lift. Pause, elbows to the right. Lift right foot, pull low belly down. Relax chin. Lower the foot, straighten chest. Inhale, lift up. Pause, breath, elbows to the left. Lift left foot, pull low belly to the floor. Inhale, center. Last round, 1 on each side. Lift shoulders up. Pause, breath, elbows to the right. Lift right leg, pull low belly down. And lower the foot. Last one. Lift shoulders off the floor. Pause your breath. Press the low back down. Lift the foot up. And then pull low belly in. So hopefully you guys can see the activation when I'm sucking the low belly in. And lower down. Release your head. You can rotate head side to side. If your neck is tired, it means we didn't fully let our head relax into the support of our arms. But that is something I'm still working on. All right. Dolphin pose. Roll onto your side, coming back to all fours. Dolphin is like down dog, except we're on our forearms. So lower down onto the elbows. A great way to judge if they're the proper distance apart is to grab biceps, and then if you need to scoot your elbows in so you can have a nice grip, that will be the distance apart, and then you rotate your forearms, keeping the elbows where they are. If you have shoulder sensitivity or neck injuries, interlock hands to support. If you're working on strengthening the shoulders, keep the arms parallel. Relax your head. Inhale to upper back. Exhale, tuck the toes under. Press forearms into the floor as you lift your hips up. Now, normally it's common to send our chest back, but I want you to send your shoulders forward till they're over the elbows. That makes your lats and your serratus anterior, all the muscles that stabilize your shoulder joint, it makes them work, and that's what we're going for here. You have 2 more breaths. Feel for pressing the floor away. I lied, 1 more. Beautiful. Lower down to the knees. Take it into a melting heart or puppy pose. So hips stay over the knees and just walk your hands forward, sinking chest down. Breathe into upper back. Exhale, melt heart. And then come back up to all fours. Watch this demo for a variation on Dolphin called Flash Prep. So for Flash Prep, we lower onto the elbows like we're going to do Dolphin, but then pull the right arm back, hand towards the hip, forming a 90-degree angle with that back arm. And then we will lift up into a kind of like one-arm dolphin. So join me now. Come down to forearms. Keep the left arm where it is. Slide the right hand back. Hug the elbow in to the side like chaturanga. And then curl the toes under. Lift up. You can spread your feet a little wider if you feel really lopsided. And imagine your right elbow is magnetized towards your belly button. So it's kind of hugging in. I'm just eating my hair here. To get that wrapped, supported sensation around the shoulder joint. Spread fingers wide and breathe. Beautiful. Lower down. Take a break. And shake out the arms. And then we'll even ourselves out and do that on the other side. So this time, I'll stay on the same way so you guys can see from a different angle. Right arm stays forward, pulling left arm back, hugging it into the sides, and feel for pulling the shoulder back. You're like hugging it into that joint before you even start so that you have a nice, stable base. Curl the toes under, set yourself up, and then lift. You can keep knees bent. Hamstrings are tight. You're still getting the work for your arms. Feel weight above that right elbow. Let your head hang and breathe. One more. And exhale, lower down. Come off the arms, shake it out. Feel the heat. All right. Next little series, we're going to play around with some inversions at our wall. So I have two options. One, if you're feeling energized today and want to challenge yourself, and the other, if you're feeling a little more fatigued or just want a lighter option. So watch me I'll demonstrate the moves and then we'll do them together. So the first little series, they're each 3 moves, will be down dog at the wall, then chest opener, both sides at the wall, and then down dog at the wall, 1 leg lift. So I recommend scooting your mat up flush with the baseboard of your wall space. You can use a closet door or the door to your room, but just make sure there are no like picture frames or windows that you might hit, because we will be putting our feet on the wall. And I'll adjust. Okay. So first version is down dog at the wall, looks like this. Feet at the baseboard, hands under shoulders. Lift your hips up like you're in a down dog, shoulders over wrist. And you walk your feet up the wall. It'll feel kind of like you're gonna fall over. And if that is the case, come down and reset a little further away from the wall. And then walk 1 leg up. We want to form an L with our body at the wall. That's why it's called down dog L pose. So you do that, and we'll hold it for a bit. Then we come up. Chest opener at the wall is a stretch for the pec muscles, the chest. One arm will extend back behind you. Step the inner leg forward and we'll stretch and open the chest. I'll show you here from the side. We'll do both sides. And then the third move in that little series is down dog L pose, 1 leg lift. So that is coming into your down dog, walk up to the L, and then the option to alternate lifting 1 leg or the other. If you're like, no way in hell am I doing that one, here's the other option that's a little less intense. First move is suspended lift. This is going to help you work up towards that down dog at the wall. For suspended lift, feet are against the baseboard, hands on the floor. Same thing, we lift up into down dog. My heels are touching the base of the wall. You'll lift only 1 leg high up the wall, and you'll know if you need to walk your hands a little further forward. And then you'll press the foot into the wall, suspending your bottom leg. This is going to strengthen your shoulders and your core for an eventual down dog at the wall. So you'll do a couple rounds of that coming down whenever you need a break. Then we all together do chest opener at the wall, opening the shoulders. And then your third move is dolphin at the wall, which is just like down dog except you're on your forearms and lifting up like this. If you want to try walking feet up the wall, you can. So lots of explanation. I wanted to show you everything so then when we do it together, you're not having to look at me as much. So, grab some water and then we'll come and we'll do a little play. Remember, it's called play because it doesn't need to be perfect, especially if you're newly working towards inversions. It will take a lot of time to build that upper body strength and core strength. So I'm going to try the first version, down dog at the wall. If you're doing The other version, you'll do suspended lift with just one foot. Let's play. Curling toes under, heels at the wall, walking one leg and then the other, forming an L with your body. And if you have a mirror or a camera, you can look and see the shape of your body. Mine isn't quite an L, so I'm gonna come a little closer to the wall. And when you're in that L, feel for pressing chest back towards the wall and tailbone up towards the ceiling. And then slowly and controlled come down. Chest opener at the wall. Left side first. Extend your left arm straight behind you. I'll show this way so you guys can see a little better. And step your left leg forward, the foot closest to the wall. Relax, shoulders down. Imagine you're twisting a little bit away from the wall to really feel the stretch in this area. And then to come out, you let the arm come down by the hip. Take a moment to notice the difference. And then you can simply turn around facing the other way. Foot closest to the wall is always forward. Bend into the front knee a little bit and feel for reaching the front of that shoulder forward. Try to level out the hips and relax your jaw. Nice. And our last little play at the wall is either down dog, one leg lift, or dolphin at the wall, down on the forearms if you're doing the other option. So down dog, walking feet up the wall, find your L, lift your shoulders back away from the ears, and then alternate. See if you can keep your ribs knitted in rather than letting your back completely collapse when the leg is lifted. Just having fun, breathing, coming down whenever it's too much. It's fun to challenge ourselves. Okay. Let's come into a bit of a vinyasa to continue to open the shoulders. So scoot your mat back away from the wall and have your blocks and a strap nearby. Warrior 2 with shoulder shrugs. Step the left foot forward, right leg back. For shoulder shrugs, our arms relax at our sides. And I'll show you from behind because that's where more of the activation is. Inhale. Pause, breath, bring shoulders up and back, squeezing tops of the shoulder blades together. And then exhale, glide shoulder blades down the back. Release arms. Inhale. Pause, breath. Pull mid shoulder blades together. Relax front of the neck. Exhale, shoulder blades slide down. Relax. Inhale. Pause, breath. Pull bottom shoulder blades together. You can use your elbows to assist. And then exhale, shoulders down the back. Let's try that another time now that you've kind of seen what it looks like. Let's try that another time now that you've seen what it looks like. Arms relaxed at the side. Inhale. Pause, breath. Pull top shoulder blades together. Keep chin in. Exhale, shoulder blades down. Relax. Inhale, ribs to the side. Pause. Pull mid shoulder blades together like you're squeezing a pencil. Exhale, shoulder blades down. Relax, roll it out. Last one, inhale. Try to pull your bottom shoulder blades together. Arms can assist only if needed. And then exhale, shoulder blades down. Beautiful. Reverse warrior. Send your right arm down. Really feel for reaching up with that left arm, stretching your lat muscle on your top arm. Pull the shoulder back, open across the chest. Extended warrior. Coming around, left forearm on thigh. If it feels great to reach overhead, great for the obliques, cool. If your shoulders feel, or your neck is feeling a little tighter, you can come down, variation reaching the top arm down and away to really stretch into the side of the neck. Come up to warrior two, straighten the front leg, and then step forward, turning to face the front of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, folding forward. Bend the knees as much as you need and shake the head. Option to do eagle arms, crossing at the elbows and gripping the wrists. This is what it looks like upright, but we're doing that while bending over. Breathe into upper back. Exhale, reach fingertips towards the wall in front of you. Feel the stretch in between shoulder blades. Release eagle arms, hands to the floor, step back to plank or plank on the knees. We'll take a little vinyasa. Chaturanga, option always to lower onto the knees. Elbows graze the ribs. Reach your legs back for cobra or up dog. Inhale. Chest forward and up. Shoulders away from ears. And then listen carefully. Press back to all fours. Instead of down dog, we're going to do turbo dog. So this is another strengthener for the shoulder joint. For turbo dog, start on all fours. Walk the hands one handprint forward, and then lower down. The elbows are hovering an inch or two off the ground. So we're not resting on the ground. We're using our arms to support us. Option to stay here, or you can hover the knees or straighten the knees into down dog. You want to keep the elbows bent and feel as if you're hugging the elbows in towards each other to turn on chest muscles, shoulder muscles, support that joint. Hover. Let's try it now all together. It's very intense if you're activating properly, so I'm going to stay on my knees. Imagine you are squeezing a watermelon between your elbows. You'll feel the muscles along your side ribs and armpit turn on. One more breath. If your knees are up, lower onto the knees. Come up to all fours. And now curl the toes and do a normal down dog. Go ahead and pedal it out. We haven't spent much time here today. Notice how the shoulders feel already in class. Warrior 2, right leg forward this time. Shoulder shrugs. Relax the arms down at the sides. Inhale. Pause breath. Pull upper shoulder blades up and together. And then exhale down the back. Try to keep ribs from thrusting out. Pause. Inhale. Pull mid shoulder blades together. Exhale, glide shoulder blades down. Last one, inhale. Pull bottom tips of shoulder blades together. Exhale, shoulder blades down. So we're kind of massaging all around and through the shoulder joint. Warrior 2 arms, and then reverse that warrior, bending into the right leg. Really reach up with the top arm. And use your core to rotate around to extended warrior. You can rest the arm on the thigh or reach it down for more core work. Feel your shoulders soften away from your ears, even here. Option to do arm variation, reaching down towards left foot. Beautiful. Stepping forward for forward fold. Inhale, arms go up, ribs stay knitted down. And exhale, fold that down. Take a moment here, just move however feels good. Eagle arms the opposite way, so this time left elbow on top. Breathe into back. Exhale, send those fingertips forward. You might rest forehead on the biceps. And if this doesn't feel great on this side, you can just do regular ragdoll or let fingers dangle towards the ground. Gravity is your friend here, decompressing your spine. And release your eagle or your ragdoll, and let's take it through a vinyasa. Planting the hands, step back into a strong plank. Wrap the shoulders down from the ear. Chaturanga or modified chaturanga. Reach your legs back, press big toes into the floor. Cobra, inhale, ribs forward and up. Or up dog, whatever your back is feeling today. Folding down and take it into down dog. No turbo dog this time. Feel the opening in your shoulders, allowing you to press your chest back towards your thighs a little more in down dog. Warrior one, look forward, step left foot in between the hands, rotate back ankle down. Half archer. Left knee is forward, so left arm reaches up, and then pat yourself on the back. Right fingertips grab that elbow. Pull your head back from between the arms. Inhale, reach chest tall. Exhale, pull the arm back. This is a stretch for the tricep. Try to keep tailbone tucked under to support your low back. And release the elbow. Warrior three, hands at the heart to stabilize. Weight in the left foot. And then when you feel ready, you launch off the back foot, leaning forward. Hands can stay at the heart or back like airplane arms. If you need to have a wall for a little support, that's great too. Breathing into that core. Crescent. Lower back foot down. Back ankle stays lifted. Tuck the tailbone under. Feel that stretch in the right hip flexors. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, interlock, hands behind, chest opener. Tuck tailbone. Maybe you let your head fall back. Your chin is out, bring it to the chest first. Release your interlock behind. And let's windmill down to the ground. Lower your back knee and come to all fours. Doing a little more core. Bird dogs. This is going to help strengthen the back side, the core. It all relates to having good posture and strong shoulders. On all fours, gaze is down. Keep the back of the neck long. Inhale, extend right arm like you're shaking someone's hand. And then extend the left leg back so you're alternating arm and leg, reaching out. Lower the left hip point down. If you had a cup on your back, it would not be spilling side to side. And lower down, switch sides. Reach left arm forward, right leg back, flex the toes down. Lower the right hip. See if you can find length without hiking the shoulders up into the neck. One more. Inhale, reach right arm and left leg. Feel for pulling the ribs up and in. Beautiful. Last side. Left arm extends forward, crown of the head forward as well, and right leg back. Feel for pulling your front hip points to your bottom ribs. You're sucking and stabilizing in from the core. Nice job. Lower down, tuck toes under, down dog. Recenter here with 2 breaths. Warrior one, step the left leg forward this time. Nope, sorry. Right leg forward. Half archer. So right arm goes up, pat yourself on the back, grab the elbow, tuck the tailbone, inhale, feel for lifting the ribs up. Exhale, gently pulling back on that upper elbow, getting a stretch down into the side of the armpit, back of the upper arm. And release. Warrior 3, shooting forward. Find a point to focus on as you launch off. Option to send the arms back, using your back muscles to pull the shoulders together. You are awesome. Keep that face relaxed. Crescent lunge, back foot down. Inhale, reach up. Feel the lubrication in your shoulder joints. Like my arms just like whoop. Tucking the tailbone. Reach crown of the head tall. Exhale, interlock hands behind you. Open chest. Turn on your core to stabilize you. Squeeze inner legs towards each other if you're feeling wobbly. Release, interlock. Frame your front foot, lower back knee down. Just come to a little spinal snake. Moving hips side to side, shoulders in the opposite direction. And then shake out the wrist. Awesome job, guys. We have come to our peak series of today. I feel a lot of warmth and heat in my muscles. And this peak series is back at the wall. Option 1 is full shoulder stand, kicking up to the wall. If that is not in your practice, option 2 is to return to dolphin at the wall. So feet at the wall, on your forearms. You can either be here or walk feet up the wall into an L. And if none of those are sounding great, the other option is dolphin away from the wall, hands on the mat, just lifting the hips up. All of these are going to strengthen the shoulders, so listen to your body, choose the one that sounds right for you today. If you're doing Pincha Manurasana, shoulder stand, you'll actually face the wall. If you're not, go ahead and get into the one you're choosing. For Pincha, lower onto forearms, fingers right at the base of the wall, and engage those shoulders, so wrapping the elbows in towards each other before you even press up to support the shoulder. Lift hips up so it's like a dolphin, head towards the wall. Walk your feet in, and then you kind of lift one leg and can kick up towards the wall. And then press the earth away from you, and you might experiment with kicking away from the wall. Totally expected to come in and out of it a couple of times. Same for you in the dolphins. Take breaks when you need. My camera can't figure out all my moving. So I kind of hike one leg up, use my stronger leg to kick off, and like donkey kick towards the wall.
Suck bottom ribs in towards hips, engage the core. Then lower one foot and then the other. Okay. Come down from wherever you are. Give yourself a round of applause. That was fun. That was challenging. I am sweating. So we have all earned our warm down. Bring your mat away from the wall. Come to lie on your back and make sure your space is clear where your legs are going to be. We'll do Recline Twist. Lying on your back, hug your left knee into the chest. Option to keep right foot on the floor. That might feel good for low back, or you can extend it straight. Feel the shoulder blades relax down into the mat. Recline twist, left hand on the outside of right knee. Guide the leg across your body until your foot, your toe rest on the floor. You can also rest your leg on a block of any height or pillows, and then try to let your toes rest on the floor. And then other option is to extend your right arm straight out from shoulder, turning this into a twist from your hips up to your upper back. Feel the back of the right shoulder sink into the floor or towards the floor. To come out, left hand comes under the knee and use that arm to roll onto the back once more. Baby, happy baby. So just grabbing behind the knees, allowing the legs to open to the sides, or you can grab right below the knees. Just a little mild opener for the inner thighs, release for the low back. Feel how much more room your breath has to fill your rib cage. I feel a lot more space from like my diaphragm on up. And then bring knees to center, extend right leg, hugging left knee in. You can do a little wiggle wiggle. And come into supine twist to the right. Extend left arm out from shoulder like a half T. Feel your chest muscles, how lengthened they are after chest opener at the wall. And your back muscles are able to pull that shoulder blade in towards the spine, opening the chest even more. Roll onto your back. If you would like to take any final movements in order to relax more fully in Savasana, please do. If your space is cold or you tend to get cold, now's a great time to put on some socks, a sweater. You can dim your light to make your area cozy. And I recommend today legs up the wall. It is very restorative and good for bringing blood flow back to our heads. A great option today can be Savasana, legs up the wall. Coming back to our wall, but in a gentler way than the inversions. I like to come sideways, hips to the wall, and then you just swing your legs up and you're already flush with the wall, so you don't have to do that awkward booty scoot. Coming into your version of Savasana. Feel your mobile and lubricated shoulder blades relax and down into the earth, along with the back of your head and neck. Another nice option is to place a little block or pillow under your sacrum, your pelvis, so that all of the parts of the body are higher than the heart. It kind of calms the nervous system. You know, often when our shoulders are tight and tense, it can be a sign that we are maybe ignoring some things that are making us a little anxious, or that we've taken on a lot of tasks that aren't really ours. We're carrying literal burdens on our shoulders. The other thing I see a lot, and I do myself, is rounding forward when I'm sitting, and it really tightens the chest muscles, weakens the upper back muscles, everything we did to pull the shoulder blades together in those shoulder shrugs. And that can be a kind of subconscious way of protecting our heart too. You're rounding in, protecting yourself from feeling, from being vulnerable. So if any of that resonates, I invite you to take 3 expansive breaths into the front of your ribs. Inhale, lift the sternum. Exhale. Inhale, feel the collarbones broaden out away from chest. Exhale. Inhale, lots of love into your heart. Exhale out fear of not being accepted, of not sitting up tall, being proud of who we are. close our practice with one hand or both hands over the heart. May you go forth being kind to yourself, kind in your thoughts, kind in the amount of task that we take on, the burdens we accept and carry. Thank you for practicing with me today, for challenging yourself. Maybe we gained a little new perspective with some of those inversions. Thank you. Namaste.